This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Rena's Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength, it's that it's sentient too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Rena's Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renans, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
I wonder what Hilganquil's civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, while I've got you, what's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking maybe meat.
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle!
Ow! Seriously, what the hell? You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zoogles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegus.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zoogles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zoogles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zoogles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zoogles aren't so different after all.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
something off here?
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Raging Rumor!
Luna ready!
Bathed in blood.
Air thrust!
Giving you a bloody holiday. The enemy wields odds too.
You'll soon see about that!
Glacial Spear!
Here's evil!
Ignite!
Alright, laser!
Try harder!
Another incantation ruined.
Double Demon Fang!
They've used a force.
It's too much! Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
Never miss!
We bet.
I'm ready!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Frost!
We work well together. Like a finely timed waltz.
That's it!
Bloody holiday. Resonate with the
Eternal
earth.
Devastation!
Can't get out of this.
Rising Wyvern!
Technique. How are your weapons holding up? That's not to give me any ideas.
As impressive as always.
Raging Moonlight. I hope that was...
I'm ready! It exploded? Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Buffalo!
None
Resonate
shall
with the
escape
earth.
my judgment!
You're mine!
Raging storm!
Ignite!
Whoa, hey, one at a time!
Sonic Thrust!
I can carve through armor!
Now!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. You have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegus, remember? He probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years, no, even before that, just how many people, Renan or Danon, do you think have ever seen this?
regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danans?
I'd say it's likely, which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate. Here I go. You're mine. Here! Insects just stay on the ground.
I shall ensure you survive this. Is bad, right?
Yes,
Pesky
Alvin,
airborne
very bad.
scoundrel. I don't
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
You're mine! Struck!
No further!
Struck! You're finished! Orochi's Fury!
Begin!
You're mine! I'm not done! Pierce through! You're finished! Orochi's Fury!
Wind astral energy! Illuminate the blah 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 magic!
Take
Holy
it!
land!
I'm not done! Here I come! I'm not done! Orochi's
Glacial
Fury!
Spear. Pierce evil.
Take this!
Breathe
Ruin
in!
again!
Breathe in!
Right inside me! Yours!
Take
Do
it! I'm not!
It's over! In an instant! Impact block! We were more? You're mine!
Healing
Ignite!
Thunder
Is
field!
that a healing arm? It is. I can't ignore your pain. Now try to be more careful.
Holy land!
It's over!
This is it!
Rising
This
Walker!
one's mine!
Lunar Rondo! Rising Phoenix!
Constantine!
Scream, baby.
Now!
Swing left! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
More? Here I come!
Can't get out of this!
No escape!
If it's in the sky,
Rising
it's
Walker!
mine.
I'm
That'll
not
bring
done!
you down.
This one's all mine!
Do it!
It's over!
Divine! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Dance
Now!
in the wind!
You're mine!
Eagle Ray!
Now so high!
You picked the wrong fight! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more! I can feel my power growing!
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogle somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, and if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you say that.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with Hevrek 35 about it sometime.
Go no further!
Fury!
Reload! Deal!
thank you.
Illuminate the dark!
Try harder! My turn!
Holy
escape! Raging Luna Storm! Orochi's Fury! Let's go!
Illuminate!
How about this? Rotating Great Spear!
Annihilation!
Here I come!
Here!
Persona!
Water! Here we go! Spread!
Rotating Pile Drive!
Shattering!
Pieces! Attack time!
I'm going
Fix
to
on!
the power of my
Turn! I'm ready! Turn up!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well
no,
done.
you can't! My turn!
Magic
Orochi's
is
Fury!
Heal!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
That's what I like to hear.
Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way! The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. Out of our way!
Take this! They smite with black and blade!
Careful! That's some kind of camouflage!
Here I come! Orochi's Fury! I am not beyond fury! Thank you! It's over! Seismic rupture!
Cause havoc and destruction.
Try harder! Not a chance! Cut! No escape! Burn in hell! Raging Luna Storm! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Don't push yourself too hard.
No choice! No escape! It's over! Here I come! Orochi's Fury! You're mine! I'm not done! Orochi's Fury! Anything in armor is all mine!
Ready to go! I never miss!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done!
I'll thank you.
Can't be perfect.
Hurricane
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! My turn! I'm not done!
Elusive deity! Do it!
Raymond!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Hey, I'm pretty lucky. Gotta break through! Not today! Time to cross blade!
Outstanding form! Illuminate the dark!
Benediction light.
I'm not done! Rosita! Demon Fang! Soaring
Can't get out of this!
Mirage!
By the power of water! Arboreal! Lightning orb!
Try harder! Not a chance! Not a
Mind if I
chance!
do?
You must be tired of healing me. I'm merely doing what I can.
Glad you're on our side.
Now!
Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
They really made us work for that one. Wow! You've got to be lucky to find this stuff.
Indeed. I can tell it's quite the find.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shining one?
Discourteous authority.
You're mine! No escape!
Thousand gales, tear you to shreds!
Ignite!
By the power of water!
It can hide itself? Amazing! Plasma
Bring astral energy!
Plasma shock! Soaring light spear!
I'll thank you.
Back in blade!
Illuminate
Now
the
we're
Plasma
enough.
shock!
annihilation! Nothing Where are you going?
I've been hit with something!
So even a magicist has its limits.
Not feeling so great. Azure
Seismic rupture!
Lightning orb! Dance in the...
Wind!
Let me help.
Stardust!
First aid!
Mirage! Shockwave blast! Pierce
These bad guys really don't mess around.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
Little help!
Inside me, here!
Flame of fury! Burning
Water!
Holy land!
Okay, here I put.
Wind astral energy!
Let the shot! Not today!
Beach hunting, anyone?
Starting wind!
Smash you!
One more time!
Double demon fang!
Let me
Here
free
I
you of
come!
your power.
Rising Wyvern! Soaring
Let
light
me
spear!
free you of your power.
I'll pick you up!
Let me free you. Take this.
May 1,000 gales
No
carry you to
further!
strike!
Your moment!
Lunar
Take
corruption! Nails! Gemini offload!
Double demon fang!
I'm all stopped up!
Raging Lunar
Storm! Azure Storm!
That'll bring you down!
Demon fang! Double demon fang! Burn in hell!
Is that a healing art? It is. I can't ignore your pain. I'll try to be more careful.
Rising Wyvern!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
I've been doing really great lately.
Right, here goes!
Into the shadow!
Demon fang!
Lightning!
Destruction!
Thank you! Blah, blah, blah,
Vacuum blade!
I think I'll pass on the hand.
Stop!
Lunar corruption!
Blood!
Lunar blast! Back into the fray!
Double demon fang! Time to let it rip!
Bloody
Fury!
Now when I can carve through armor.
I'll stop its charge!
Let them think, Kisara!
Demon fang! Not today!
Corruption! There you go! Don't let up!
That'll bring you down!
Close flight!
Double demon further!
I'll heal
Demon
you
fang!
all! Illuminate the dark!
Demon
A
fang!
healing
The
soul!
ability
Demon fang!
Here for us to
I have no limits!
rending you apart.
The marksman handle! How did I do that? Don't give up! Lightning orb! From death to raging cascade! Regret! Blah, blah, blah! That's field! Here's my call! This'll come in handy! This one's mine!
You're
Not
mine!
in your dreams!
Take this! Might be yours to be let free! You're on!
Fairy circle.
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
I felt better, that's for sure.
Lost!
Come one, come all! Eat dirt!
Cyan is watching bleed!
Rising Wyvern!
I can carve through armor.
Far enough!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done! Radiant pierce!
Demon Fuel!
I'll heal you
Sword
all!
Rain Alpha!
Illuminate now!
Blow them away!
I'll illuminate one!
The turtle's gonna see! I'll burn it all! Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Sleep now!
Eat dirt!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact rock!
To achieve such harmony,
Takes a singular will.
What do you think this place was for?
What the hell? Are they asleep?
no. They appear to be well preserved. However, they are all dead.
Dead? So this is a mass grave?
Looks that way. However, none of them appear to be Helgenquil.
Bear in mind that Renans were originally Danans, who were remade and sent to live on Lenegis. Knowing that, they would have needed a place to perform the procedures somewhere.
And that place is here, I assume.
So what you're saying is that all of these are Danan, or rather, Renan bodies?
Most likely, yes. It must have been abandoned for one reason or another.
There are so many of them. They were all taken away, but never given the chance to wake.
What is that thing?
Something we have to fight if we want to get across, it seems.
Be careful! It's huge!
What is with all the huge lumbering beasts lately?
It's no ordinary Zoogle. That much is damn sure.
Watch yourself. All bets are off when it comes to this thing. Try this! Orochi's Fury! Okay, you try this!
Raging Cascade!
Explosive Ring!
Into the shadows!
Its head is its weak point? We'll need to bring it down somehow to hit it.
In that case, let's start with the one in the middle.
Double Demon Fang!
See what my heart can do.
Demon Fang!
Rise and
Now
shine!
you see what I can do! On your knees!
Take this!
Air pressure!
Nothing gets by me.
Begin!
It's over!
Make it the abyssal
Oh,
deep
violent
clear
party
for us
wins.
a path!
This one's all mine!
Serpent!
Mirage! Dragon Form! Pierce through! You picked the wrong fight!
Raging Cascade!
Demon Fang! Eat this!
Healing Circle!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Go time! Flash! When it's almost in the bag.
Not done yet.
Here you
Falling
go!
back.
Then it's time for you to do what you do best. Go! Deal more hooray!
Very circle!
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! There! Gusty nail!
Dawn shall break this
Hearts
night!
require complete focus! Everyone, get back! It's too dangerous!
Watch yourself! His incredible power!
Magic is there! Holy land! Rise and
Smash you!
You must be tired of healing me. I'm merely doing what I can to help.
Glad you're on up.
Demon Fang!
Don't mind if I do!
No further!
Here's a healing storm!
Denied! Resonate with the earth!
None shall escape my judgment! Puddle!
Forgive me.
You'll pay for that!
Do it! Astro astral energy!
Say no more! The hell was that thing?
Probably something that was made here and somehow managed to survive, even after all this time. Not that there's any way of knowing now.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just suddenly found myself contemplating what might have happened to the sovereigns that were meant to emerge from the crown contests.
What do you mean?
You see, the winners of the past crown contests were all strong astral arts practitioners. Furthermore, that enemy we just fought appeared to be composed of several human bodies. It was certainly nothing one would find in nature.
You're saying those were the remains of the winners? That they forgot who they once were?
I'm merely saying it's a possibility.
That's absolutely gruesome. How long had the Helganquil been at this?
It was Rena's great spirit that made them do all of this. Anything to get its astral energy.
We're not gonna jump down, right?
I certainly hope not.
After hearing Dohalim's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say.
I assure you all, I was merely stating the possibility.